Hello and welcome back once again to Turning the Wheel. We join the Golden Company, having returned to the relative safety of their friend and for some of them former brief ally Luminaries, who has taken up residence in the surface level of the cloister previously of the Frog God. However, the Golden Company has taken a week of downtime to collect their thoughts, and a few of them have perfected the techniques they already knew a little further, while some of them have changed up the techniques that they knew to approach things differently as they adventure in the city. They have spent about a week helping luminaries clear out the surface level, including the other castle. They destroyed a couple assassin vines, a couple other low-level easy monsters, and another invisible stalker in helping secure the thing. And then they have also spent a week occasionally throwing back the harassments of the followers of Sethaga as they attempt to reclaim their temple. But the party also found an armory in the castle after exploring and are now better equipped than they were to face the dangers of Rapanathuk. And we pick up after that week with the group realizing that after he had gone out at Twilight, when he always did to pray, that it has been about an hour and a half since they last saw Umbra.
He'll be back. He sometimes goes and sojourns to his own temple thing.
Meditating, praying, God, those things.
Yeah, he has antlers and definitely considers himself some sort of wild creature.
He might be buffing them.
Could be buffing them, rubbing against trees.
And that's usually what other antlered creatures do.
Is that what they do? There's a hideous form of deer in the Underdark, which are omnivorous. I mean, should we go look for this, our friend?
I think he'll find us. We should
Yeah,
focus on getting Russo.
Do you think he's in trouble, or do you think he's just doing his own thing? You know, clerics kind of weird, do what they want.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
resourceful.
we have more, Jabba the Hutt size things to take care of.
Yeah, this Grosso, he's got it coming to him. But, I can just say, it's like I feel like the Golden Company is more powerful now than ever before.
Varath looks very, very
powerful.
shiny in his new plate with his
right.
new longsword and looking like a tank full of weapons.
Yeah, I do not feel any stronger.
Yeah. I think just our party dynamics and cohesion, man, we're...
Oh, you mean that? Oh, party-wise. Oh,
Yes.
Me? Oh, okay. I understand. Oh, I was talking about... I feel my muscles haven't gotten any stronger. But party-wise, combination, we're doing pretty well.
Maybe you've plateaued in your training.
Yeah, not enough eating berries.
I sure hope you didn't peek out yet, Ukin.
Because at a certain point in your training, you improve, and then all of a sudden you just plateau and you can't get any better for as hard as you try.
Yeah. All the spores I had, I went through a nice cleansing. I removed all my spores. And I became one with the land. And now the grasslands usually call out to me like a god.
Huh.
The spores were kind of deadly, not working in my favor. So I pray to my forest gods and, change a little bit about myself to improve myself. even further.
You want to know what calls out to me?
What goes out to you?
Killing shit. Let's go.
I agree wholeheartedly with that.
Yeah. Let's get some gold. Let's find this Grosso. Put his head on a pike.
Okay, so you guys obviously have also found there's a secret path in the ruins that goes down. You found a secret door in the first building that you were in that leads down into a room that you've already been in, that laboratory where you found Bert and Umbra's things originally, and there were a couple chests that were trapped. And then there is also the caves that are along the northern end of the swamp that seem to go underground and where you've been attacked from a few times over the past couple weeks.
Secret tunnel sounds promising to me. Under the ruins. We didn't find anything in his library room that he fled to, right?
Nope, you guys searched that pretty thoroughly before, and you found everything that there was in there.
It appeared that he headed off towards that bigger part, right?
Give me a survival check.
All right, hold on. I think that's something I'm okay at. All right.
Yeah, I got +3. If you want to track, I'm sure there's might be somebody better than you.
That's pretty fucking rude, Bert, but I only got a 6.
Rude or not, I mean, we got Ukin of the Wild. I'm sure he
if
has
he wanted
it.
to roll a survival, then he certainly can do that.
So you have looked in there, and you're not really certain which direction he moved off in once he was down in the lower levels of the dungeon. You know that he obviously... So the staircase that's down there is on the southern end. It's in a room. It comes into the laboratory. The laboratory only, other than that, only had the room that you had gone in before, which is on the northern side.
Yep.
And so, he had to go back that way, but you're not certain where he went from after that. He came back as near as you would have guessed back towards you, right? The only other way out of that second sort of ritual room, if you remember, that you guys found was through the main hallway on the north, but you guys were up there and you didn't see him there. And so with your survival check, you're really baffled about where he could have gone.
Well, you said there's some
gems are still in your possession.
Okay.
Every day you wake up sick again, even though they keep removing them from you.
Really? The green gems?
Yeah. They keep removing the curse from you. You wake up with a brand new instance of that curse every day, even though Luminaries has been very nice to remove it from you each time.
So you're saying here that I've put a correlation between these gems and my health.
We'll say yes, because you're very smart and you had a week to think about it. These gems look like they're very valuable emeralds. This is potentially a whole lot of money, but every time you've woken up since you grabbed them, you put 2 and 2 together, and these gems seem to be what's making you sick.
You know what? These are gems, man. I mean, even though it's making me sick, I love gems so much. And they're worth so much. I mean, I want to get rid of them, but I don't want to get rid of these gems.
Maybe if you replace the hands with the mummy hands, they won't make you sick.
But how we go about that? Does he have to cut his hand off?
I don't know. I mean, maybe just somebody take them away from me. I hold them out and I close my eyes and pinch my nose with my other hand. And turn.
You guys hear the sound of some people approaching outside.
All right, I stop and I quickly put the gems back in my pocket.
I ready myself.
You see a couple people coming up, surrounding a wagon as they move up towards the building. And Luminaries goes out to meet them with the Berserker and the other priestess that you had freed going with him.
I'm going to carefully observe what sort of garb are these people wearing?
A lot of them are heavily armed, though the person who's sitting on the wagon does not look like he's heavily armed. He looks like he's wearing just sort of ordinary clothes.
I'll go up with them and act like I pretend.
I'm going to disguise self into a portly halfling.
Yeah, I'll act like I belong.
I'll follow Bert. We belong here. See what's going on.
And Luminaries goes, "Whoa, guys, what's going on?" And the guy in the wagon, he says, "We saw your fire, and it's getting dark. Obviously, we were hoping we could stay a while. I could pay for you to keep my men, if that's a problem."
I don't care.
Luminaries, he remembers that Bobo is smart, and he knows that he only has a couple people. Like, these people definitely outnumber him. And he goes, "Bobo, what do you think? Bobo, man, what do you think?"
I mean, you're saying we have more numbers than they do?
They have more numbers than you do.
Oh.
There's only like 5 of Luminaries as followers, and then there's the 5 of you since Umbra is missing.
And then how many of them?
There's about 12, 13 of them, including the guy on the wagon.
I'm going to do a quick insight check.
Okay.
To see if I can... Do they look violent or...
I mean, most of them have weapons and are wearing,
Right.
a leather or a chain shirt or some sort of armor. They look like, either mercenaries or guards or even brigands.
We're brigands. That's what I thought. I said luminaries. I tell you what, I can only say that all these men would have to disarm themselves before coming into our camp, and then that would be the first condition. That is my advice, luminaries.
That's a good idea, man. Are you guys willing to disarm yourselves to come into the camp? And the guy says yes, and he comes in. They disarm themselves. They turn over their weapons, which are mostly just, short swords and short bows, couple crossbows, typical sort of mercenary weapons. And the guy in the wagon eventually introduces himself as a merchant.
Oh.
Who got lost in the Forest of Hope while trying to take a shortcut, and has found you guys in the Dragon Marsh lowlands.
This is fantastic that you've arrived here, because we have needs of exchanging some goods.
What do you have to sell? What would you like to buy? What would you like to trade?
He says, "Well, I'm headed up towards Freechester, so, those adventurers up there, they're all into all sorts of weird treasures. You got anything like that?"
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, I'm holding a nice packet of gems here. You want to see these?
He says, maybe. What are they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, look.
We have some lovely emeralds.
Yes. Here,
Okay, but what are you going to show him?
I'm going to show him the green gemstones.
He goes, oh, those are quite the piece. Where'd you find those?
Oh, in a random area.
Random area. Just like out on the ground. Maybe that's something we need to check out.
Yeah, well, maybe there's a mine somewhere up there. You could go mine them out of the side of the mountain if you want. But otherwise,
Can
I
you
got-
tell me where they are?
well,
They're in, and I point over. What are we near? Woods?
You're in a like a marsh, like a lowlands.
Yeah, I point in the opposite direction. And what is in the opposite direction? More marsh or woods and thistles?
Define the opposite direction. Like the opposite direction from the road?
West, I guess.
Okay, so if you point back west, then so you're on sort of like the northeast edge of the marsh here, and so pointing back
So I
west,
point northwest.
so that would be back into the Forest of Hope. That's the direction where these guys would have sort of came from, except for there's like water and a lake.
I say we got them from some bugbears in the forest near the lake. You want me to roll persuasion?
Yeah. That's a lie. So roll deception.
$10.
Those bugbears in the lake.
Not in the lake, near the lake.
I haven't heard about any bugbears around here.
Oh, there's bugbears everywhere. They'll throw their spears at you from the bushes. They're horrible, horrible creatures. But anyway, would you like to buy these emeralds?
He goes, well, what would you sell them for?
Oh. $500.
For both of them?
Yeah.
Somebody give me an insight check. As he enthusiastically says yes, he will easily give you 500 gold pieces for both of those gemstones.
I don't have good insight.
11.
He appears to incredibly enthusiastically want to buy these gemstones for that amount.
Did I say 500 for both? I meant 500 for each.
He said, hey, we had a deal, man.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. I gotta sleep with these people.
sorry, he hasn't been getting a lot of sleep in this area here.
They're this man's gemstones. Mr. Boomin Aaron.
Yeah, I'm happy with 500 each. I think that sounds like a fair price.
He very quickly hands you guys 1,000 gold pieces for those. So I figured out what the Hand of the Revenant is. So that hand you guys have is a hand that would allow you to cast the spell. So it allows you to cast a spell that requires touch through the hand when it's floating 3 times a day.
Ew.
And so, like, you activate it, you summon a hand. It lasts for 10 minutes. And
Mr. World, how does it have any locomotion?
So you activate it and it summons it.
But then it can fly around or something?
Does it have a
I
movement?
just copy and pasted what you know about it through your identity.
Okay. It floats about.
So you activate it, and then it's like a spectral hand floats about for 10 minutes, and you could cast touch spells, a spell that requires touch through that hand.
But it can't move.
It floats about to go and touch things for you. We'll say it can go 30 feet and still cast your spells because it turns out they didn't copy and paste this rule into the 5th edition book. So we're taking the Swords and Wizardry version
Cool.
and making it work for 5th edition. So that basically has the reach of Mage Hand, but you can cast spells through it instead of grabbing things through it.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Do we have any other items we're trying to get rid of here, folks? Let's see. Does anybody need anything? This is the question.
I have a couple of skulls to sell.
He doesn't want to buy any skulls.
Come on, the good shelf ornaments.
Does he have anything to buy or trade with?
Magic stuff.
Magical weapons, perhaps. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I haven't seen currency in a very long time, so I'm broke. Very long time.
Especially since your friend keeps it all.
No, I literally haven't seen any.
Don't worry, I got it. I'm holding on to it for you.
So, Mr. World, can we see what he has in his cart?
No, he hasn't opened up his cart to let you guys look at it yet. But he tells you he does, in fact, have some things that you might be interested in. Sorry, I gotta scroll back up because I clicked the wrong thing, and it took me all the way to the bottom. Because that's fun.
And so you say you haven't seen any bugbears, eh? I'll tell you this, though, Mr. Merchant, I'll give you a warning. When we went over that bridge to the north on our way to Freechester, that's when they jumped us. And you see this big scar I got on my head here?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. That's where he got me. And they ambushed us right as we were about to cross the bridge.
He tells you that trying to find something that's interesting on this dice roll because mostly this dice roll is not exciting. He says, I do have something that you guys might find interesting. I came across an elf deep in the Forest of Hope, and he was selling these boots that he claimed would make you able to run like the wind and leap tall buildings in a single bound.
Yeah. How much? How much, Mr. Merchant?
He says, I will sell them to you guys for 400 gold.
Say 400. That's very expensive. How about 200?
This is being able to leap.
Oh,
The
not
way these
perception.
boots would allow you to do is very powerful might be useful if you're the sort to go adventuring in this wilderness.
21 persuasion. How about 200?
He says, absolute lowest I can go is 350.
300?
He says, I'll get 600 for them in Freechester.
Fat chance, you mean Jerkchester.
Yeah, doubt that.
Can anybody loom?
Heroes throughout that city. Pay
I'm
top
willing-
dollar for magic items they do.
I'm willing to buy these things. How much is our total pot? Because I know I just made 200 off of these. How much is our total pot?
We only have like 1,000 gold pieces right now.
Can I buy these boots of Elvenkind, people?
They're not boots of Elvenkind.
Oh, what are they?
They're some
You
kind
don't
of
know
jumping and running boots. I think we ought to get them. I mean, if we don't get them, and then all of a sudden you need a jumping check and you're dead, then you're gonna wish you had them.
When you want them on your scout?
I didn't realize we had a designated scout, but I guess I'm not in control of the money.
I haven't even seen money.
Yeah, you just saw
Exactly.
1,000 gold pieces pass hands in a bag and get dropped into Bobo's bag of holding that only works for coins. And you heard a lot of clinking in there, Uken. You're not going to lie.
The question is if I've seen them. I haven't seen them touch my hands in a very long time.
All right, listen, I think the move is here. I'm just going to disperse this cash. He's going to take 350 for the boots. Let's take it. We need him. Let's get him on some feet and see what else this guy's got.
I'll wear quick boots.
I just bought boots of striding and springing.
That's going to be extremely helpful. All right, Mr. Merchant, what else you got for us here?
He says, I got a bunch of money. Do you have anything else to sell? Seems like you guys have found some good stuff. Anything
Well-
more like those gems?
We got some silver dust.
We got some vodka.
That silver dust, I hear that's useful for some spells. The adventurers will love that. How much do you have?
I have one bag of it.
So you have a box of it. You hold the box.
Box.
He will give you 200 gold pieces for that silver dust.
Hold on. I think you should give us more.
He says, the thing about silver is it's really easily converted to gold. There's not a lot of wiggle room, but it's hard to spend silver when you're out in the wilderness. I'm going into a city, converting this silver into money. Using it as money will be easy, but money's money.
Well, would you trade some for it?
He says, I mean, I mostly just have like swords and stuff, but I don't know if any of those types of things would interest you.
Well, look at these guys. I mean, these guys love swords. Battle axe, spears.
We have plenty of weapons. If it's not magical, we're not interested.
Yeah, we need magic.
He says, I did find a staff. Well, one of my boys did. It might be interesting to him. And he points at Uken, who looks weird and sort of reptilian and mutant-like to the casual observer. And he goes, what? So, if you had something else, I might trade you this staff I found for the silver and whatever else you have.
Well, how about 8 bottles of vodka.
He says, my men will love that, but I don't, this staff is, I'm pretty sure it's magical. It looks like it's got a snake head on it and it's got like scales. I can't quite figure out how to work it, but
As you see
it
me,
seems
I'm
like
drooling.
it's magic to me.
All right, look, I gotta get him something here. He's been working hard. We gotta reward these guys. The gold company isn't cheap. All right, listen, Mister Merchant. I have right here carrion crawler mucus. This poison is extremely dangerous. Any good thief or assassin is going to want to pick this up from you and free Chester. I'll throw that in, all the vodka, and a potion of enlarge. And 100 gold pieces.
Says, that's pretty close to, I think, a fair trade. Maybe if you had one more thing that you didn't need.
Okay, listen. I just want to look. I'm not going to squabble over a potion of healing. I'll give you a potion of healing on top of that, huh?
Says, all right, sounds like a deal. And he trades you a staff of the Python.
I'm very happy to hand it over to Ukin.
I lick it. My precious.
And I tell you, that just about taps us out, folks. I'll tell you right now, the account is down to 550 gold pieces. And
he said, you know what? I got something that might make you part with that 550 gold pieces.
Ooh.
He says, this happens to be a item that I've used a few times myself to get out of a tight spot with a lady, if you get my meaning.
I don't understand.
And then you see that he taps his hat, and now he looks like a completely different Goliath, who is large and imposing and scary. And he goes, oh, works great, see? And he taps it back, and he's himself again.
Huh. Fascinating. So that hat I don't know. Interesting.
No one seems to want this,
500.
including me.
How about 250?
Absolutely.
How about 120?
This is my personal item. And like I said, it's useful.
What
There's
does it
nothing like a mad husband chasing you out the door, and poof, you're somebody else.
do?
I mean, he
Just-
showed you what it did.
Changes the way you look. That's it.
That's what it looked like it did.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I can already do these tricks.
Says, oh, well, keep your money then. We'll see you in the morning. And it's been about half an hour, 45 minutes of you speaking with this guy. And still, there's been no sign of Umbra.
Man. Well, Mr. Merchant, I really like doing business with you. I appreciate it. You're a service to this world. I hope the best for you in Freechester.
Okay. He and his men start setting up camp along one of the buildings. Lighting a fire. They seem friendly enough with the people who are also at the cloister with you.
So what are we going to?
The search for Grasso shouldn't wait much longer. We don't know where he is or what he's planning. He needs to be found and killed.
Yes,
I agree.
Yeah, he could be working. He could be raising his strength against us as we speak. I like the way you think, Baroth. You think like a general.
That's the job.
So it sounds like we just need to get our stuff together, find Umbra, and then figure out what's going on with Grosso. I tell you, I am a little bit hesitant to go trying to hunt down Grosso without Umbra. Because Umbra is going to be able to cancel so much of what this disgusting Grosso is able to do.
We can leave breadcrumbs. It's a trail.
Somebody, you guys know where Umbra usually prayed when he goes out to pray. There's a spot out by the docks next to the small castle that Umbra used to meditate and stare out over the water at.
Maybe we go check that out and then come back if we can't find anything.
It definitely wouldn't hurt.
So you go out there, and there is no sign of Umbra. He's a small guy. He doesn't usually leave a whole lot of presence, but he's at his spot where he would be at Twilight, and you don't see him.
Can you do a survival check?
Yep, you could do survival, or you can even investigate this to see if there's any sign of where he went.
Survival's 13. Investigate, Mr. Bibbo.
I start looking around on the ground, start looking into the water. I'm going to do an investigation. Now, if I was Umbra, I would think that the wind blowing from the west, mixing with the salt currents from the east. Anyway, what did I get? Got a 16, Mr. World.
You and Bert, in looking through this area, see signs of a brief struggle. You find that one of Umbra's daggers has been knocked into the water. You also see some foot scuff marks that lead back towards the lead around the side of the castle, because you guys have been staying in there, and presumptively whoever takes Umbra is aware that you guys have been in that castle. And so they led him around the castle and towards the ruins.
The secret entrance in the ruins. Called it again.
Well, it's clear where we need to go.
Okay, so you guys move up to the secret entrance and move down and find yourself in a small crypt. where slime and mold have coated the walls of the crypt, making this place feel wet. All the sarcophagi that are in the room have been cracked open. They've been looted. And you think you hear a faint whispering sound. But that whispering sound comes from above you where you just came from. And obviously, you know there was nobody else up there. It is sort of plus shaped. It is 25 feet tall and wide. And then there's just the one door in the south.
Does the whispering seem magical or evil in any way?
It sounds like probably it's just the wind blowing across the whole of the secret entrance.
All right, I think let's check out these sarcophagi. They're cracked open, nothing in them.
Correct.
Any symbols?
No, rotted away in the wet dampness a long time ago.
All right, I guess we're going to check this door.
It's stuck.
All right, big boy. Let's get it open.
Is it locked or stuck?
Stuck.
Could always use some assistance from one of you strapping gentlemen for advantage on the roll, perhaps. If you'd like, or I'll just do it straight.
I'll go up there and help you.
Hey, thanks. You're little. You can get in there. It's a 16 total.
You kick the door open and reveal a hallway that goes about 5 feet down and then goes off to the left and right. And because you have Bobo can also see that shortly after the hallway going off left, it wides to the northeast and the southeast. And he can even see the southeast. It looks like the hallway has collapsed and it is full of rubble. And where it's collapsed and impassable, shortly before that, you can see it reads, "The Crypt of Calixt."
What about the way to the right?
The way to the right is a 15-foot long hallway that then goes north and southwest.
If we were to dig this out, Mr. World, like, is it a lot that fell in?
Yeah, the entire hallway is just like collapse at the end of it.
Then I say let's go the other way.
You could. So is the other way then going northeast off that Y, or going west and then one of those ways?
We should try the west passageway first.
Okay, so west, you reach the end of the hallway. It goes southwest and north.
Okay.
North, maybe?
North.
North, after about 35 feet, it turns to the northwest. Then that is about a 15-foot long hallway that then is going to turn straight west. But in the middle of that hallway on the southwest wall, where it's like turned, it opens up into a hallway that goes directly southwest.
Huh.
Well, as far as I can tell, we should go to the southwest. This could perhaps lead us to some kind of secret entrance to the crypt that has been bashed in.
You guys, in walking through this hallway, see that there are stone slabs set every couple of feet that appear to be sealing burial niches. Each slab depicts a mailed warrior.
Cool. I think that deserves some investigation.
So there's crypts in the walls. Let's investigate. Am I going to investigate or are you going to investigate, Bobo?
I'll check it out. Let's see here. Mr. World, do I recognize these warriors' garb or origins?
It seems old. It seems not like the original Rapanathuk age of like style of male armor, but certainly not modern approaches to armor either. Somewhere in between.
So this is not someone who has been dedicated to Sothuga.
Give me a religion check.
Okay. 6.
I mean, you just don't know enough about these surfacers' religions to tell.
I read a lot, but not about these surfacers.
Can I try?
Sure.
$20.
You see little signs that make you think these might be followers of Sothoga. And then as you follow, you eventually see the crypt door at the after about 10 feet in that short hallway that comes out of where it sort of turns. And then that really removes your doubt when it says that this is the vault of Abbot Singamon. He lit the scented oil before the great frog god, and the frog god was pleased thereby.
I definitely think we should go through this door.
That sounds like the place to me.
The question is, should we buff up a little bit?
You're muted.
And yet we heard him through your mic.
Can I check for traps?
I'm going to make sure my mage armor has been turned on.
Okay.
I'm checking for traps.
Give me an investigation check.
17.
There's something about this lock on the door, but you're not sure what.
Bobo, you have that unlocky rod thingy, right? The tipper tap or whatever it's called.
The chime of opening, yes. It's we still have 7 charges on it.
Worth it. Maybe at a distance. Varoth and Xenon will also accept any buffs given by druids or anyone else.
Guidance? You can receive guidance from me. One with the wild.
I can tell Xenon and Karnath that, and hell, Bobo too, that you can do it in our time, and you each get a bardic inspiration. So 1d8 to your next roll. Next 10 minutes.
Yeah, any roll in the next 10 minutes.
Any roll, not just a next roll. Well, I can choose.
Correct.
Okay.
Any other buffs from Ukin? You doing anything for yourself?
Well, only buff I can do is guidance. Guess
Okay.
something happened.
You getting a guidance down or no?
See. Yes.
For yourself?
Yes.
Dope. Okay, so
No,
then your chime of open this door?
When we're ready, do you want me a mage hand to open the door? People?
Yeah, I step away as far as I can.
Yeah, let's get a distance and unlock it.
Okay, so you open it from about 10 feet away, and because it was unlocked by the time of opening, it swings open. And the braziers on either side of the door don't do anything. They just continue to sort of softly flicker with light that you don't really see a whole lot of source of fuel for it, so you're not quite sure how it keeps going. But the room beyond is inlaid with carved stones, and there's an arched canopy with blue stucco. All is very old and smells faintly of scented oils. There's a fountain by the western wall, and there is a metal hatch in the middle of the floor.
Hold on. I have a new spell that I would like to try it out. I can melt with stone, and even though the floor is made out of stone, I can become one with the floor and try to, walk across onto the floor and try to set off things like moving the bricks.
Okay. So you can't.
I don't have to cast it. I just have to spend 10 minutes. Hamana.
Just ritual it.
Yeah, I can ritual it and merge with the
You
floor.
just sink into the ground. How does that spell work?
I become literally part of the ground. I can walk. I can go through walls, or I can walk under floors, basically. No, you can.
Meld into stone. So you otherwise can't move when you. So you would sink down into the ground.
Oh no, that won't work.
Hide in the stone.
Okay, got it. I come back. Oh, that didn't work.
Yeah, but it is a ritual, so it's not. It doesn't lose you anything. But you're communing with nature revealed to you the secrets of doing this, and you thought it would be worth a try. You go in. It seems like a great way to hide from stuff, but unfortunately, you're unable to figure out how to move around in it because I think that's a higher level version of that.
Yeah, I thought I had that higher level, but it's not. I confused. Okay, continue. I step back as far as I can again.
Okay, so are you in the room or are you guys outside the room?
I'm outside the room.
Yeah, we're outside. Mr. World, could you please give me one more description of this room? It seems important.
Yeah.
So this room is sort of goofy shaped. Let me grab the player's map quick, and then I will share a picture with you guys. This is not the right one. This is just like my map again. And it tells you stuff you don't need to know. All right, whatever. Mm-hmm. All right, and if you guys go to the group, you'll see basically what you've seen so far in this trip underground. And I gotta delete it, but Let me edit something on this, and then I'll reshare it. And so from outside of the room, what you can see is the fountain and the grate that's in the middle of the floor. You see it, Bobo? This is another room that's just very oddly shaped, so it's hard to describe. You guys got it?
Got it.
Well, it looks to me, guys, like this thing is some kind of death trap where there's some kind of liquid that needs to be drained from here.
Do you want me to investigate?
I think that's the best idea.
All right, so I stealthily move in.
As you move in, you see that along the northern edge of this room is a stone bier that has a mummified person on top that is surrounded by several small vials of liquid.
Can I investigate?
Sure, describe how you investigate.
I look around for traps, and I get an 8.
You don't see any traps in this room. You do see the grate in the floor. You see the fountain on the western wall. The fountain on the western wall is full of liquid.
All right. Can I make an Arcana check to see if I know what's going on here?
Sure.
That'll be a nice 13.
Your study and experience with the arcane isn't telling you much about what's going on here.
How about religion? Can I make a religion check?
Sure.
Nice 12.
This appears to be a crypt where apparently Abbot Singamon has been laid to rest.
All right. So I assume Abbot Sigermond is the one, the mummy. All right. I gesture to everybody else to come in. It's okay. I haven't found anything.
I'll point to the mummified corpse and do the hand across the throat gesture. Any objections?
What, do you want me to do it?
No objections.
I'll do it. I'm decapitate the mummy.
As you step towards the mummy, everyone roll initiative.
$16.
10.
8.
I've got a 3.
I only have an 8 because Umbra's not here to give me advantage.
Okay, anyone above 20? And so then who's above 15? Well, that someone was.
16. Uken.
Uken is above. Okay, who's above 10?
I am 10, so I'm not above it.
Okay. And then Vareth and Xenon and Bert, what are your initiatives?
8.
3 for Varoth.
8 for the other two. So, okay. The Abbott, as you begin to move towards it, lifting your sword, he sits up straight and reaches out.
Oh.
And you can feel as he attempts to drain the life from you, Vareth. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes, it just hits, even with my fancy new armor.
You take 8 necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a nice 24 on that Constitution saving.
Okay, your hit point maximum is not reduced. And then you also see him pull from the side of the stone bier a sword out, and he attempts to ram it into your gut with his other hand. But that clangs off of your armor. And it is then Uken's turn.
Can I still see him from far away?
If you are outside of the hall, you are actually seeing several skeletons come out of the wall, like the crypts that were in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Those have unsealed, and you're seeing skeletons come pouring out of them.
Ooh. So they're in between me and them, basically.
So you're like at the end of the hallway. You could run to your friends, or you could stay there and be the front line fighting the skeletons.
I'm in the front line fighting the skeletons. I am going to moonbeam right in the middle of all of them.
Okay, so this is again. So if you look at the picture, this is a thin hallway. They're not in a group. They're just each in their own square.
Well, they still have to get close to me, and the closest one is going to get moonbeam.
Which side of you are you blocking off with your moonbeam?
It's the
north side or the south side?
Where I see more. South. I'm not sure how to.
You can only see a couple from where you are because you're in sort of the short end of the hallway, and but you see one coming from each way, so you can put your moonbeam on one of either one, and then your moonbeam will keep blasting stuff that tries to come at you from that hallway.
Yeah, whoever's. I can't tell which hallway I'm closer to.
So if you look at the picture I sent you, you're right in the middle of the picture, basically.
So, in my part, okay, I'm gonna do the south side.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do it to the closest entry point. So whoever enters or first starts their turn there gets moonbeam.
How much damage do you do? Because we'll say you drop it right on one of the skeletons.
2d10s. That's a 16.
You annihilate that skeleton, tearing it apart with the energy of your spell.
Nice.
And then you hear and are able to turn around at the last minute as a skeleton comes from the other way and attempts to stab you with a sword. I'm guessing that a 9 does not hit you.
Not even close.
And then you hear the sounds of a couple other skeletons shuffling around the hallway. You do see that one of the skeletons comes towards your moonbeam, and another one walks up behind it, but they do not walk into your moonbeam. They stop and then turn around and go the other way.
Ooh. So they're smart ink skeletons. Ooh, that's a first.
But you do hear more skeletons also coming from the way that used to be behind you. And then it is Bobo's turn.
So, Mr. World, you're telling me we got skeletons on our front.
You
It's
don't know anything about skeletons. You know that this abbot just stayed up and tried to suck the life out of Vareth.
So I'm in the chamber with the creature. This
Yep.
thing. And there's skeletons pouring into this room?
There's Ukin outside. That's all you know that's going on outside.
Ukin's out in the hallway that we walked in with the two. Okay.
Yep, that's all you know.
Well, that's good. He's protecting us from the rear. Excellent. All right. Mummy.
You recognize this is not really a mummy. It was just like a dry, desiccated corpse that is stood up.
Is it still doing things?
Yeah, it's trying to kill Vareth.
All right. Well, we got to kill it. I'm going to start off with the firebolt.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Pardon me, I'm having some boomer nerve issues here with my hand. My hand is touching the keyboard too much. All right. And I'm going to add +8 to the damage.
Okay, well, what did you hit?
I got a 14. Is that a hit?
It does hit.
All right. And then I'm going to add +8 from the Bardic Inspiration to the damage.
No.
No, okay, a different way of working. Okay, 10 fire damage then.
Bardic Inspiration works on rolls of d20s.
Okay. Got it. All right. I got 10 points fire damage on this desiccated fool.
Okay, Bert.
All right. So I'm in the back. Do I see the skeletons coming up behind us?
You were in the room searching things, so you're definitely not in the back.
Yeah.
You don't see the skeletons.
All right. So what's in front of me? The mummy thing?
The white.
Oh, it's a white.
Mm-hmm.
And how far away is it?
10 feet-ish. It's not a very big room.
How far is, I guess Vareth is right up on it.
Yep.
Not for me. All right. White. All right. Let's see. Make a wisdom save versus 14.
Passed.
Oh, damn it. All right. And that's pretty much all I could do besides move back from the white.
Okay. Xenon. Xenon is going to move forward and attack since she's not answering.
Yeah, I didn't hear you say me. I'm sorry, children everywhere. 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to do the Ragey Boy thing that I always do because that's just what I do. And then I'm going to whack the closest one, I guess, to me.
No, Conrad.
She hits it, and then she hits it twice. She's done 23 damage across those two attacks. In addition to the fire damage that's been done to it. It is then Vareth's turn. Oh, it also has to make a save against her lightning, but it made that save.
All right, I'm tired of these things grabbing me and trying to suck me. So we're going to go ahead and hit it with, a natural 20. All right. Starting off strong. So that's, 2d10?
Yep.
So that is 13 plus 3, so 16 damage on that guy. And second attack is a 16 to hit, which hits, right?
Hits. Yep.
And that's only 7 damage. And if it's not dead, we'll do the bonus attack on it.
Once again, appearing to be resistant to the damage that you do to it.
Right. We'll do a bonus attack, butt of the glaive, get it off of me. And that's only an 8. So
that does not hit.
It does not. So that's me.
It is then his turn, and he is once again going to reach his hand, attempt to grasp you around your throat, and suck the life out of you. A 22 hits you. Does 9 necrotic damage. I need you to make that Constitution save again.
That is only a 10 on that one.
Your maximum hit points has just been reduced by 9 hit points. Then it criticals you with its longsword attack. Doing only 8 slashing damage to you.
Not too bad, all things considered. Ouch.
And then it is Ukin's turn as he sees skeletons swarming through the hall from the north towards him.
So then they're swarming. That means they're together. There's a lot of them.
They're in a row, right, one after another. It's a hallway.
Okay, the first one in the row. I'm moonbeam running in the first and second.
Yep. So you move your moonbeam to its to the other side of you.
Mm-hmm. That's 14 damage.
Okay. What's your DC?
14.
And what's the attribute?
Con.
Okay, they both have passed the save, so they are clearly hurt by the radiant damage of your moonbeam, but are not destroyed like the other one was. I think, is that your bonus action or your action?
That's my bonus action to move it. My action, the first one, I'm gonna cast bonfire, and my bonfire is 1d8 dexterity saving throw.
I think you need a fire to target with bonfire, right?
No, I create a magical bonfire on the floor under the monster, a 5-foot cube.
Okay, so you got a moonbeam and a bonfire in the same square.
Oh no, hold on. I can't do bonfire because I will lose concentration. How close are they to me?
The first one is right next to you.
Okay, poison spray. Oh, the poison resistant thing. I know skeletons are poison resistance. The second one, I'm gonna do ice knife. It's that's I shoot a target. If I hit or miss with range, it's a +6 to hit. Does a 14 hit?
It does not hit.
The skeleton on the second skeleton?
These skeletons are not wearing the typical scraps. These are wearing the mail that you saw on their pictures.
The two on the first one and the third one has to make a save as the shard explodes.
Okay, so the shard then explodes, and all 3 of them are then going to have to make dexterity saves, okay?
Yes.
1 pass, 2 pass. All 3 of them passed. What happens? Do they take half?
No, they take nothing.
Your ice knife, I don't know how to say that it does nothing in a cool way. So
it does nothing in an uncool way.
It's the ceiling while you're struggling to not get stabbed.
Fantastic.
Then the one will attempt to stab you. Does a 17 hit you? That's not how high the skeleton is. It is 17.
Yep, it hits me right on the money.
Okay, you then take 5 piercing damage.
And I do a 12 to concentration. I keep my moonbeam.
Okay, so that passes, I think.
Yes. It has to be 10 or less.
It depends on how much damage you do, but I think it's
You have to
5.
do more. You have to do more than 20 damage to be more than 10.
Okay. Okay, and then the one right behind him attempts to shoot you with a short bow. An 11 does not hit you. And the other one cannot see you from around the corner. But you do hear shuffling from the south, but you don't see any skeletons materialize from that side.
Ooh. All right, I'm done with my turn.
Okay. The skeletons are done. It's Bobo's turn.
All right, Mr. World. As I'm just going to kind of look around. Do I hear the shuffling?
No, it's in a hallway. It's not in the room you're in.
Okay.
You could take an action to try to perceive what's going on. I guess.
Well, I mean, I'm looking. If I look around, I don't see Ukin.
You do hear Ukin saying spells out in the hallway.
Yep.
Boom, pam, pew.
You know, he's calling out for Saloon to strike down his foes, and then he was chanting some sort of, druidic sound, and then you heard the shattering of ice against stone. I don't really know what, sounding like an icicle that falls.
Pew, pew, pew.
Okay. For now, I just think we'll concentrate on this pastor of Sashuga. Let's give him a firebolt. Firebolt. 25 to hit.
You hit him. He goes up like a torch lit on fire.
15.
As with a scream, he dies. Because he had 1 hit point left.
That's how we do it.
Hurt.
And I start moving over towards Ukin.
Okay. So there's
You move
commotion.
towards Ukin, and as you reach the end of the hall, you see that he is locked in battle with some skeletons that are lit up by his moonbeam spell.
I'll run back to Ukin.
So you can get to right behind Bobo. You can see that Ukin's fighting something.
Something I can't see what.
No, you tend to be down. You're like in the middle of the hallway now. You're right by the braziers. You're right between the fire braziers. Ukin is at the end of the hallway, and then Bobo's in the square that's the last one of this hallway.
There's some nice braziers. All right. Is Ukin hurt?
No.
A little bit, not badly.
All right. Then I guess I'm going to. I can't do anything. So I guess I'm not going to do. I guess I'll.
You can move through the squares of Bobo and Ukin. They're your allies. They're not going to attack you.
All right. Yeah. I'll move through the squares until I can see what is going on.
So you're going to move up into Ukin Square and then continue past him in the hallway.
Do I have to? I
Yeah.
have to? This sounds like a trap.
The skeleton missed you as it swung at you, and then you moved.
No, I don't want to move past Ukin. I want to see what Ukin is doing. I'm not a frontline fighter.
I don't really know how the rule works for just moving in and out and seeing things.
All right, then I'm not going to do it.
I guess you can move out and back.
I'm not a
see
frontline
the
fighter.
skeletons,
I'm not
but
going
if
to
you
do
move
something
to-
stupid like that, and I do not appreciate the trap, Alex.
I wasn't trying to trap you. You wanted to see you and help, right? And so that's what you'd have to do to help is to be out there. You move up, and then you can see that he's fighting a skeleton.
Then I'll
You're
use
in
my
both
extra movement to get the long claw to try to heal him.
Okay. So you move back and you heal Longclaw.
What a cure wounds. Can I do it?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, not that one. What the hell? What the hell just happened?
Nothing.
Sorry. I just got booted off of D&D Beyond. Sorry.
You want me to roll a d8 for you?
Yes, please. I'm back on.
Which level spell are you casting?
I'll cast second level cure wounds. I got it.
Okay.
Oh, you got it.
I rolled a 9, so I don't know what adds to that 9 from those two. From those
3. You got 12.
12 hit points back to Vareth.
All right.
Thank you.
And then Xenon's turn.
Did you take rage damage last time, Mr. World? Did you do that?
Yes, I added the rage damage, but that guy's also dead now.
Okay, well, I'm going to do it again anyway, so it don't matter.
There's nobody. You have to move out by Ukin to fight.
Well, that's okay. I'll do that.
Okay, so Xenon charges down the hallway. Sees the fighting skeletons.
She's an angry bitch. Of course she does. All right.
So you got to move, but you don't have to leave it square because of the way diagonal squares on this map work.
Why you gotta use that word?
Jeans, and they were so
What word?
I'm a size 12.
Okay, so you're out there. You're next to Ukin and can also attack the skeleton that he's fighting.
All right. So 14 to hit for the first one.
It does not hit.
Okay. And then 26 to hit for the second.
That one does hit.
All right. So that'll be 15 damage plus the 3 from the lightning of rage.
Okay, it does not save against that, but that one is super dead.
Okay. Good. And that's EOT for me.
Vareth.
Well, with a nice space to open up, let's move into the hallway and start smacking some skeletons around.
Yep, so you move up. You're now between Xenon and Ukin and the skeletons, and you see 2 skeletons coming.
I can reach him?
Yeah, you got a polearm. You could
right.
reach either one of the 2 you wanted.
Let's start swinging. That's a natural 20 again. We're doing great here. We're having a good time. Give me 2 10s. Where's my 2 10s? That is... Well, it's only 10 damage.
That one is still... The first one is still dead.
All right, nice.
There are skeletons, however, still just skeletons.
Yeah. I'll hit the second one if I can.
Okay.
A 19, so 25. 10. So that's 7 damage.
Okay.
And we'll bonus action hit it with the reverse of the glaive. Only for a 9, though. Assume
That does not hit.
But a glaive not hitting anything. Vareth is done.
That brings us around.
Use your bardic inspiration.
Does that moonbeam, does it hit anybody that's in that square? Because Vareth is now in the moonbeam square.
It's so shiny and bright.
It's when he starts his turn.
Starts his turn or moves in, or just starts his turn?
When it starts his turn to move in.
Okay, so I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Vareth. You weren't sure what this shiny light is, but that is...
It's so pretty.
Don't go in there!
I rolled a 17, so that's a 23.
So you pass the save.
You pass, and you take half
Oh, good.
of 11.
You take 5 damage.
All right, got it.
It's
It's pretty, but it hurts. Ah.
All right, now it is Ukin's turn.
I move the moonbeam to the side. Oh, hit the skeletons, but avoid Longclaw.
You
And
move it over
then-
onto the
Sorry?
last skeleton that you guys can see this way, and you drop it right on him.
Right on him.
It passes the save, but you still do half the damage to it.
He
So
takes half. 15.
it still is destroyed by that 7 damage. So
Look into the light, bitch!
and those of you who are out in the hallway now think you're safe, that there's no bad things. However, Bobo hears the sound of a door creaking open on the southern side and sees 4 skeletons come shambling into the room from that side, shooting 2 bows each at the casters who remain in that room. And Bert is hit once and takes 8 piercing damage.
Watch out!
You guys hear from inside the room, Bobo shouts, "Watch out!" And then it's his turn.
All right, so 4 of them are right in front of me.
Yep, they're in the room with you.
I don't want to. Sorry.
Through a hidden door kind of down in the southwest corner of this room.
All right, I'm going to back up towards the fighters,
Okay.
getting behind Xenon's generous, strong legs,
Jesus.
and I'm going to fire a firebolt.
Vic 5s save lives.
That's right.
Okay, shoot your
10.
fire.
10 fire damage.
What was your attack roll?
24.
24 hits, 10 damage.
Are these the armored version?
All of them are armored, yep.
Okay.
Bert.
All right, how close are they and how far away are they from everybody else?
They are about 10 feet from you down in that bottom corner. Bobo is about 15 feet from you, and then everybody else is somewhere either 20 or 25 feet away from you.
So I can hit them with the shatter, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to hit them with the shatter.
You give that cat shriek that caterwauls into the corner.
Meow. And
What's
boom
your
goes
save
off.
DC?
Constitution 14,
Okay, how much damage is on your dice?
18. Save for
Um,
half.
So one of them and the one that got firebolted explode. The other 2 are still alive.
All right.
Xenon, you hear the sound not only of Bobo casting a firebolt and then retreating and screaming towards you, but Bert doing his cat scream that he does all the time. You've seen him cast this spell a few times, and hear it echoing around in that room that you just left.
Oh, that probably means danger. And if there's nobody by me, then I should probably go back that direction.
Now you run in, you see the skeletons.
All right, well, I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing.
Okay.
The
Attack
dead
the first
raging boy.
skeleton.
All right, so there's a skeleton there, you said, right?
2 skeletons in there. You can move so you're engaging both if you want.
Yeah, let me do that. Because, all right, so one of them needs to make a dex save. I don't care which one, because only one of them's affected by the lightning.
Okay, it would take that damage.
All right, 2 lightning damage.
Got it.
All right, and then I'm just going to swing my crazy axe around here. All right, so 21 to hit for the first one.
That hits.
All right, so I'm gonna roll the second one, then I'll roll damage. Ooh, that second one doesn't hit. That's a net one. Okay.
First
So
one dies on your minimum damage, so you kill the one.
Bring it back.
10 damage for the first hit, and the second one missed.
Yep. It is then Vareth's turn.
All right, there's no more skeletons in the hallway.
Nope, you just saw Xenon run in and heard the crackle of electricity and dragon-like grunting. White.
Okay, sorry, lots of commotion around here. So it's probably pretty well handled in there. Can I check the other end of the hallway, make sure there's no more skeletons coming, protect my druidic friend and others in this hallway?
Yeah, so you move down the hallway, you don't see any more skeletons.
All right, I'll move by Bobo and Ukin and ready an attack just in case, but I feel like they got it in the room for now.
Which brings us back around to Ukin. Ukin.
I'm back.
So it's your turn.
Fantastic.
And there are no skeletons out by you. Vareth just looked around both corners, didn't see any more coming. You hear the sounds of fighting back in the room.
I run back into the room.
You see Xenon fighting one of the armored skeletons.
I move the moon being closer to me.
Okay.
Away from hitting people.
Okay.
I make it higher, so it won't touch. Kind of won't touch the ground.
Okay, so it's not touching the ground anymore. It's up in the air.
And is she hurt really bad?
She doesn't look like she's hurt at all. She looks like righteous blue dragon fury.
I take the dodge action.
Okay. The skeleton attempts to stab her and fails. Bobo.
All right, there's only one skeleton left.
Correct.
All right, skeleton. You got it coming now.
And I pull out my staff, my wooden staff. And I run up on it and attack.
Okay. Bobo's first melee attack.
Oh, man, I don't see it. All right, I'm doing an unarmed strike on this thing.
Unarmed strike, not even a wooden staff. He's just punching it.
I'm coming in with a double foot kick, like super wrestler style. All right, it does 1 bludgeoning damage.
What did you roll to hit?
21.
That does hit. It did 1 damage. You like baseball slide around on the ground because you're very unathletic and bounce into its legs. Bert.
I pull up my rapier and I try to stab it.
Okay.
Rapier versus skeleton.
What do you want me to do? Shoot arrows at it?
That's just as good.
I got a natural 20.
It has 1 hit point left. You walk up and you hack it up with your rapier, and it goes down. And you guys are left with the room, the secret doors in the south. That just basically this room is ringed by an O-shaped hallway. You get that?
Yeah.
And 7 of them, but one of them had 2 of the alcoves had the skeletons inside them. The skeletons are all wearing chainmail armor and shields and have swords. So they have mail and coif, so like they're like chainmailed up armor skeletons. And then the white turns out instead of using a sword was bashing Vareth around with a ornate golden scepter. He
Jesus.
also is wearing a ring on his other hand.
Bag 'em and tag 'em, boys.
Let's see what we got here. All right, a golden scepter.
It's like ornate and looks like it might be pretty valuable.
Oh yeah. And a ring.
When you touch the ring, it seems like it might be magical.
Oh. It looks like we have some magic here, boys and girls.
Unlimited invisibility. Woo! Sorry, I'm hopeful.
That would be nice. All right, so we scour the room. And that's everything we find?
There are also 62 vials of perfume that were ringing the white.
62.
And those vials seem like they still have perfume in them.
All right, we'll take them. You know, I'm crazy for vials.
Vial it up.
Now there's a grate in the floor, Mr. World.
It is.
I think we need to check it out.
Let's investigate it.
Was that room the skeletons came in? Was that just a room full of skeletons? Nothing else?
They were just like their crypts. There was nothing else in them except the skeletons.
Great it is then.
All right, I got 13
What kind of
on-
armor the skeletons had?
Chainmail. And they also had shields.
Is that chainmail of any marketable value?
It's antique and it's chainmail and it's heavy.
Well,
You get a couple strong people with
we can
backpacks.
come back for it.
All right, I got 13 on investigation.
Grilled, it just seems like it's heavy and is in the middle of the floor.
Is it locked?
Nope.
All right.
It does
Strong
not
people.
appear to be any way to lock it.
Strong people.
Farth will open it
Also,
up.
one of you guys gets curious and investigates this water. There's enough to heal. Drinking some of the water heals 1d6 hit points. You can spread out 4 drinks of this water.
I don't trust anything. I don't
I'm
drink it.
100%.
I could use it, but I am cautious.
That sounds like you.
Yeah, that sounds like this room everything wants to kill you here. So
No,
something
this-
good doesn't seem good.
Mr.
Somebody-
World just gave it up. I mean, that'd be
Yeah,
diabolical.
I told you what it was because, like,
That'd be terrible.
there are good things here. Like, it's not all bad. right?
Really?
They're just going to pass this free healing because they're worried about water.
Well, I mean, yeah. I'll take 2 drinks, I
Okay,
guess.
you deal 2d6 damage.
That's 5. So
Okay.
almost up to full, which is fine.
You feel unpoisoned and undiseased.
Hey, that's great. This
Drink some
water's
more.
delicious. Does anyone else need any? Because I'll take 2d6 more. I'll just keep gulping it.
But you are still limited by your max hit points.
Sure,
That
yeah.
curse still is on you.
Yeah, drop me down to 40. But if I drink the rest, I'll get up to that. So, yay. We'll take it. Just Farath, just on all fours, just lapping up this water from the fountain.
Mr. World, I'm going to investigate this ring. And I'm going to put it on.
You put on the ring,
Yeah.
and it binds with you. And it is a ring of telekinesis. It allows you to cast the spell telekinesis at will, but only targeting objects that are not held or worn.
Okay.
So the cool thing about telekinesis, where you like jerk people's shit away, the ring of telekinesis doesn't let you do.
Slap his weapon right off his hand and then stick it to the ceiling.
No, this will work. This will work.
It does require attunement, so it'll take up one of your attunement slots.
And you get a max of 3 of those.
Okay, that's fine.
Great find.
Yes.
That's very nice.
By the way, that Staff of the Viper also required attunement, Ukin.
I rub it really hard until I attune to it.
You're attuned for. You know that you speak a command word, it summons a snake. You speak. Yeah, you know it does. You looked it up.
Yep, I already used it before.
Okay, dope. That's what it is.
What about the scepter? Can we like?
Scepter's not magical, but it seems very valuable when you look at it. It's got gemstones and gold and silver inlays, but was still sturdy enough that he was smacking the shit out of Vareth with it.
Yeah, it hurt. I'm gonna open that grate now. If we
Okay,
can
give
move
me
on.
a strength check.
Anyway, can I get Xenon to assist me here for the advantage?
Oh yeah.
And
She went-
I give you a guidance. So you
Ooh.
have an extra D4.
I'll take it. We'll double team deadlift this grade. So that is a 21 total.
You pull the grate open, and it is like a tunnel that goes down into the dungeon.
Well, it's pretty clear to me which way we should go.
Follow the frogs.
Down through the grate.
Down, down, down.
Let's go. Maybe we should send Bert first.
You guys come down the tunnel, and this is sort of a vaulted hallway. You know, it's big and wide and a vaulted hallway. And on either end of it, you see the words carved along sort of the arch at the end. It says, "The Hall of the Brothers." And there are standing coffins flanking the way on both sides. You can see inside some of them that are open, there are corpses containing dark green habits. So you come in on the eastern end through this secret place.
Sorry, Mr. Roll.
The
Dark
western
green.
end.
Dark green. What?
They're like the cleric robes of Sathoga on the corpses. So you come down, and then it is 15 feet tall by 40 feet long, with standing corpses along both the northern and southern wall. And then in the middle of the northern wall, there's a hallway, and then there's a door after it sort of angles up a little on the eastern end. Just a little bit where there's like a slight curve in the room. There's no coffins down there, but there is a door in the middle of that.
So these things are definitely going to attack us, right? I'm not crazy.
Well, you move in and they don't attack you.
Not yet. I speak to the voice in my head. Not yet.
Just
I say
remember,
we-
everything wants to kill us in here.
Yeah. I say we prepare and start swinging on these corpses.
Everything wants to kill you everywhere.
Just start
Can I-
chopping heads.
Yeah. Could everyone prepare an attack, and I'll decapitate one. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
You get
Yep.
Xenon to move to another one and simultaneous strike and hit them all.
Yep.
Yep.
Ready?
Do it.
3, 2, 1,
Do it.
attack. We all
Nothing
swing.
bad happens.
Decapitate them all. Destroy every body.
More corpse desecration.
And I put a
Trample
bonfire on
over
it. I keep burning bodies.
All right, so
Burn
you're
'em all.
always burning the bodies. Set up a bonfire and you throw the bodies into the bonfire.
Mm-hmm. I stack them
It's very satisfying.
like Jenga.
Hey, Varoth.
Yes.
It's now very smoky in this room and you guys can't see very well. It smells terrible.
Why are you doing over here? Why are you burning these bodies? This is crazy.
Have you seen everything always wants to kill us?
We've been attacked by zombies for weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave not attacked.
Hey,
Destroy them all.
do you guys got a dagger or a weapon I can have? I want a weapon. I want a weapon. You know,
I have a
I want a dagger or a,
no.
a short sword.
I have a scimitar.
Can I
Oh,
have it?
Yeah,
I'll
you can
give
have
you a
it.
dagger and a sling.
I don't want the sling, but I want the dagger.
All right, I'll give you a dagger.
All right, I'm gonna take his dagger.
I have a small knife.
Did you guys see when I punched that skeleton? How bad that was, man! I almost killed that guy.
Was that a punch or was that a kick?
Well, the kick, you know,
It's hard to tell when you're so far down there.
I meant to punch him, but I kind of fell down on the approach.
You're sure you don't want a scimitar? The scimitar does more damage. You can stabby
Can
things.
you use a scimitar?
That's kind of like it's too big. It seems like a little too big.
You can
I
use
like
it
a dagger.
You can use it like a cane and then stab people with your cane.
No, I have a dagger now.
For you, it's like a long sword.
Yeah, it's like a short sword, a dagger. All right, that's all I want to do. Okay,
Fine, I keep my scimitar.
sorry.
Mhm.
Let's move on.
Let's move on, please.
So there is the hallway on the it goes in the north, and then I'm trying to figure out where exactly it goes. All right, I figured out where it goes to. And then this other room opens up. It continues to be a similar hallway through the door, which is stuck, but really shouldn't exist because looking at this, it doesn't make sense that there is at all a door there. And the door's only on one of the maps. We're going to say there's no door, and it just continues to be that hallway. And then, so it continues being 15 feet wide before turning up to the northeast, where it is about 60 feet long, 25 feet down. There's a door on either side. And then 15 feet down, there is a door on the southeastern side. Otherwise, back near the stairs where you came down through the grate, about 10 feet down, there's a hallway that goes to the north. You either continue down this big vaulted hallway or take the small hallway that goes to the north.
I mean, personally, I think we should just take this hallway to the north.
Yeah, we should check out the small hallway.
You move through the small hallway, and eventually you find a room that is mostly filled with rubble, but you feel like you could get through this room if you needed to with some cooperation and effort.
Man, maybe this leads to that one guy's tomb.
Especially the small person, Bobo, you would actually be able to just like move through it just sort of slowly. It would just be difficult terrain.
All right, guys, listen. I think I could just crawl through here. I'll be right back, okay?
Did you use your bardic inspiration?
Nope.
Then it's been 10 minutes, Mr. World.
It has not been 10 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
I'm going to do a little scouting mission.
You move through, and on the other side, you're in sort of a big, irregularly shaped room. It's sort of like a cave. It looks like it has two passages out, one down in the very southeastern edge of the room, and one in the sort of the middle of the room that's also kind of like the northeast. There's not really a corner. It just is sort of like in the room. And there's hallways down. But in the north, you see 5 glowing gaps in the stone. There's something gleaming inside.
Huh.
I don't want to mess with that yet.
All right, I'm going to very stealthily, and this is a natural cavern.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to use my advantage on stealth. Being a Schwinnerblin. 25 stealth. And I stealthily go through the room and go to the southeastern corridor opening.
It continues to be a natural cavern. It's going directly east.
Okay, I'm going to keep following it.
You move in, and this is a very familiar room as you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 statues and one 6-armed statue that's pointing the way you came. There's a tree, and in the middle there is a golden pool of liquid. You also see the corpses of several harpies that are about a week old.
Okay. All right. All right, I'm going to go check out the glowing stuff.
Okay, you try to look, and you can't really tell what's causing it to glow. Like the gaps in the stone are really small. You can't see inside, but there is a faint little bit of light coming through those gaps.
All right, and you say it keeps going to the northeast?
Yeah, but that would also just go into the harpy room. You remember that there's 2 doors going east out of the harpy's chamber, and there's 2 ways to come into this room.
Okay, I crawl back through the gap.
Ugh, ugh, ugh.
I get over. Invisibly, I'm standing there.
I say, I'm here. I'm here.
And I tell them what I saw. So this is not a good way to go. Unless you want to start chiseling away at the glowing gaps and try to get some juice out of them.
We find another way then. Go pick a different direction.
Well, it seems to me that we need to go down this vaulted hallway, and there's doors and such.
I'm with you. Let's go check for traps.
All right, Mr. World, we're going to go down the vaulted hallway to the northeast. I guess we should investigate the first door to the first door on the right.
Check for traps, and I got a 21.
So you move up. There's no traps on the first door that's on the right.
Is it locked?
Stuck.
All right, big people.
Muscle squad activate. We'll get a 25 to open that stuck door.
You pull the door open, and inside you see this room was once full of coffins, like a lot of rooms you've seen down here have been. These coffins have all been broken open. Their contents are just spoiled. Soot and ashes cover the floor, similarly to what's left of the hallway a little bit back where you guys used to be. And in the corner, there's a brass plaque that's been discarded and just sort of tossed.
What does the plaque say?
Wizard's light, wizard might. Light of fire, funeral pyre.
Interesting.
As you guys move around the room, you passively notice that there is a secret door on the other side of this room. That is, by the way, Bobo, about 10 feet deep from the door and 20 feet wide, but sort of diagonal.
Let's abstain from fire spells.
Could you repeat the poem?
Wizard's light, wizard might. Light of fire, funeral pyre.
Yeah, Bert, I think you're right. That's a good observation. All right, let's check out this secret door.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
All right, I'll get right on there. I'm going to use my bardic inspiration.
What'd you get?
22 total.
You eventually find underneath a pile of rubble a loose flagstone that when you lift it, you see a brass valve with the relief of a grinning skull and its mouth open. It looks like twisting the valve would open the door.
Could somebody check this thing for traps?
You got a 20. You can tell that this will also release some sort of gas when you.
Yeah.
So it will open the door when you turn it, but it will also release some sort of gas, you think.
How far is the door? Like, not this door, but like the door out.
It's a 10 feet deep door, so it'd be.
I can mage hand it.
Mm.
It's 30 feet.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Give it a shot. We'll be behind you a few more feet.
Please be a few more feet because I don't want to stumble upon you. Mr. World, I will stay 30 feet back and I will mage hand to release the
You
valve.
see in the dark.
60 feet.
Okay, so you're able to do that. You turn it, you hear the sound of some gas filling the room. Nothing bad happens. There's a door that opens on the other side of the room that appears to open into some sort of hallway.
Okay, let's go.
As you move up to the door, you see that the walls of this passage are laden with a thick layer of mold.
Okay, I'm not fucking around. I just want to get through.
Okay, so you guys going through the hallway?
I am.
We follow. I'm in the back like always.
Everybody, as you move into the hallway, I need everybody to, after a couple seconds in here, make a Constitution saving throw. As the movement in here disturbs the huge cloud, disturbs the mold, causing it to release spores, and you all are coughing as you move through this cloud of spores. So everyone make a Constitution save.
Am I in the spores even though I'm that far back?
I got 7.
Is everyone that goes into the hallway gets it. Xenon rolled a 15. Since she's a barbarian, she's at least a 17. So I'm going to guess that she passes the saving throw. You
Barath
got
got
a
a
7, Bert?
Yes, I got a 7.
Barath got a 16.
Bobo got a 21.
Okay, so Vareth will have a. Vareth and Bert will both have a -1 penalty to attack rolls for
Oh, so what was the save?
17
Which one? What kind?
Constitution.
Even though I'm in the back, all the way in the back, like always.
Yeah. Just move in. There's a bunch of
I
cloud.
failed.
You cough. For 20 rounds, if you guys fought sometime in the next 2 minutes, you would have -1 penalty to attack rolls. You move in. There doesn't appear to be a door on the other side of this passage.
Let's say you're in cough for 2 minutes and then move on.
Well, it's as long as you remain in this place and then an additional 2 minutes. So you would move back, or you can see if there's another secret door on the other side, or just move back.
Yeah, can I do a investigation check?
Yep.
Oh, 5.
You don't see anything except for the thick mold along the walls.
Move it through to the next door to get out of here. Just a
And
-1.
You move back out. You cough your way. And then as you move down the hall, eventually you actually see Umbra's holy symbol on the ground in the middle of this hallway.
Oh,
We're getting
Uh-oh.
close.
I'll
That's
scoop
not good.
that up, pocket bat for him later.
Yeah. We're getting close. Nope, we never leave anybody behind in the Golden Company.
There's a door on the northeastern wall, and then there's a door on the southeastern wall about midway down.
Was the holy symbol closer to one door or the other?
No, it's right in the middle of the hallway, like he dropped while he was getting dragged.
Sure.
All right,
Like-
can I investigate?
Yeah.
$20.
You don't see any traps on any of these doors. You don't see any other sign. Obviously you haven't seen him back the way you came, so you assume they continued to drag him towards the way you're going.
All right. No traps. Are they locked?
At this point, can we just follow these tracks, the drag marks?
There's not drag marks. You just saw the holy symbol on the ground.
Okay.
Can we track them?
You can try.
Yeah, somebody try to track this. I mean, because if we could just follow our good companion in the Golden Company, I mean, this is our objective.
I mean, I got 9. Does anybody else have a better survival than +3?
I don't. I have a 3.
I have a 3 too.
All right, we're not gonna find them like this.
Yeah, let's just pick a door and bust it open.
Okay, so there's not really any consequence of doing anything with these doors. There's nothing in either of those rooms. They're both just storage rooms. Well, the one is a crypt, but nothing bad happens in it. It's just a crypt with some coffins in it. So the doors exist. You move down through the end of the hallway. Eventually, there's some stairs going down to the north, kind of off the northern corner of this hallway. And then towards the east, off the eastern corner, there's a hallway that's about 15 feet long. Ends in the T hallway.
I mean, my thought is that we just clear this level first. And then we work our way down.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, let's go to the T intersection, Mr. World.
Okay, so you move, and then you can go north or south.
We'll go south.
You move in to the south, and you see a what appears to be some sort of temple. Slimy green gray clumps of mold cling to the ceiling. The walls are adorned with an endless throng of dancing figures, contorted and repulsive. There is a shrine where 2 hunched statues of hooded frogmen flank a great bloated idol seating on a slab of translucent lime green glass. In front of the idol lays the corpse, or sorry, not the corpse because he's not dead, the body of Umbra, unconscious, with a twisted and misshapen creature chanting above him. And with that,
roll for initiative.
The other option that's not as fun.